Southwestern Adventist and Arlington Baptist. It's the Knights and Patriots from Keene, Texas today in Southwest Region action. How you doing, everybody? Chris Sheeman. Glad to be with you after some ice had us held up for a little bit. Finally ready to get this first of two meetings between SWAU and the Patriots of Arlington underway. Southwestern Adventist coming in 4-12, 0-11 at home, 1-5 in Southwest Region play, and the Patriots are 9-6 and 3-2 in the Southwest region. Let's meet the starting lineup. First for interim head coach Sky Roach and the Patriots. It's number 1, Demaya Derby. Number 5 is Jakayla Bradford. Number 10 is Heaven Scott. Number 22 is Haley Heron. And number 35 is Jayla Johnson. And today for your Knights and head coach Adrian Brown, it's number 0, Asia Tony. Number 10 is Eunice Balboa. Number 12, Layla Dixon. Number 13, Daria Lowry. And number 35 is Sarah Valderrama. So, Patriots had a little weather, of course, being just up the road from Southwestern Adventist, but they did play on Friday. They took down Randall 93-42. Arlington going a game above 500 in Southwest Region play with that victory. Meanwhile, the Knights haven't played since January 23rd. They won a road contest at Richland College 51-31. Knights held Richland to 24% shooting in the game. Eunice Balboa led 3 players in double figures with 14. Asia Tony, 6 steals, 8 rebounds. Good defensive game for Tony. As we're underway, and the Knights are going to need some of that defense on display here today if they're going to take down Arlington, who beat them twice last year. Arlington put up 136 up in Arlington, Texas, in a 136-141 victory as Haley Heron scores to put Arlington on the board first. So it was 136-41 in Arlington last year, and then 89-42 in Keene. And right now Arlington leads at 3-0 here. Lowry top of the key to Balboa. Valderrama, who has 5 double-doubles this season. She'll take a triple try, can't get it to go. Tony has the offensive rebound. Extra chance opportunity here. Lowry got tied up, and they call a jump ball. Possession will go to Arlington. Next 3 will be at home for the Patriots. On Friday, they host North American. 1 week from today, these two teams will meet as part of a doubleheader up in Arlington. Meanwhile, the reschedules now at Champion on the 18th for Southwestern Adventist. Next 2 will be on the road. Dallas on Thursday, and then Arlington, as I mentioned, next Tuesday. Heron hit one from the right. Now she's got one from the left. And Haley Heron, who averages 10.5 points per ball game, 36% three-point shooter, has hit her first 2 here tonight for Arlington. That ball poked away, chased down by Lowry, though, who recovers, attacks the bucket, and can't score. Followed her miss, got hit in the face, and gets called for traveling. Well, she traveled because she got popped right in the jaw, Mr. Referee. How about the Knights? 3-2 in the last 5. The month of January for Southwestern Adventist is one of their better ones that we have seen in the last couple of years as Jayla Johnson scores. Knights winning 3 of their last 5 games in the month of January, averaging 15.5 steals per ball game. As they break the press here, Johnson recovers, comes full court to pick up her 11th block of the season. And here comes Arlington, now leading it 10-0. Scott down low, and Bradford missed the bunny. Here comes Balboa out of the pack. Eunice running and gunning to the hoop. No foul called again. Might have been some contact there. Instead, they throw it ahead in transition. It's Derby, the top assist woman in Division II, to Bradford. 10-0 in favor of the Patriots here in the first 2.5 minutes. And we have our first timeout. We'll be back. Back to live action. Chris Sheeman back here with you as the inbound is going to be deflected by Derby. It was saved attempt by Heron that was taken by Dixon. So almost a turnover there as Hannah Koosters into the game. Passes right wing. Balboa can't get the three. Here comes Derby. Arlington out to a 10-0 start as Derby throws it out of bounds. I mentioned to Maya, top assist woman in Division II. With 5.3 assists per ball game. Her assist-to-turnover ratio is a 3.0. They get a turnover here. Bradford too strong, though. Balboa's got the rebound. So Knights taking on the fourth best offense in terms of scoring. Arlington 72.6 points per game. Nice backdoor cut, Balboa. Defense staying with her, and then it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights. Knights have also moved up to second in Division II in three-point defense. It's not been on display here tonight with Haley Heron for Arlington hitting two triple tries, but Southwestern and Venice, their opponents are hitting just 21.4% from three-point range. A very good three-point defensive team. They're going to need to be good again against this Arlington team. Heron over to Derby. To the cutter, and the layup is good by Bradford. So Bradford 2 out of 4 to start. Balboa into the forecourt, and Southwestern and Venice trails 12-0. Down low, it's Tony being aggressive. Too strong off the glass. Reagan Sandifer has come in as well, and Koosters gets fouled on her jump shot, so Hannah Koosters will go to the free throw line. So Reagan Sandifer, Hannah Koosters, Sarah Valderrama, Balboa, and Asia Tony, the five on the floor. And I don't know what happened on the first free throw. They switched to the wrong camera. So Koosters gets the first. Now the second in and out. Here comes Arlington. So first point of the game for the Knights. Here is Heron. Top of the key, Bradford down low to Johnson. Johnson blocked by Valderrama. And Koosters comes out of the pack with it. Throw ahead to Balboa. 2-on-2. Eunice taking on Derby. Can't score. Offensive rebound. Tony put back short. Tony got it again. Had it ripped away. And it's going to be Arlington basketball. So here they come. The scoop to Johnson. Score and the foul. Assist to Heaven Scott. Jayla Johnson goes to the line looking for an old school three-point play. Can't get it, but Arlington trying for the offensive rebound, and I believe a foul is called. That's going to lead to more free throws. So on the putback, evidently Bradford was fouled, so she's at the line. Jacayla Bradford now 5.69% free throw shooter as a team Arlington at 61%. Sandifer has the rebound. Valderrama will bring it up, trailing 15-1. Tony doubled up. Out to Koosters for 3. No good. Nobody's on Reagan Sandifer, so Derby had to recover, and she tips it out of bounds. Quick trigger by Balboa, skied it off the tippy top of the glass, couldn't get it to go. And here comes Arlington. Scott on the wing. Nearing 5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. It's all Patriots. Runner no good by Bradford, and the tipped rebound to Valderrama. Balboa, Koosters, the hop step, can't bank it. Tony bats it out, but it comes to Demaya Derby, who flies past two defenders. Eunice recovered and might have altered that shot. Valderrama now in transition. And the Knights will set up the offense. Still looking for their first field goal. We're past the midway point here in this opening quarter. Sandifer, short. And the Knights right now, they're getting a couple decent looks. They're just not hitting their shots. Some subs for Arlington. It's 21, that's Lexi Campbell. And I believe number 2, Alyssa Pryor, into the game. Valderrama can't score. Derby throws it right side. Catch and shoot 3 is good. Off the bench, that's Karina Rivera from downtown. 18-1 Arlington. Haley Herron's got 6, 5 for Bradford, 4 for Johnson, and now 3 for Rivera. Down low, Tony, and she's fouled. So free throws to come, and so far that's all that Southwestern Adventist has been able to get. Asia Tony just 46% at the free throw line. Mentioned she had 6 steals against Richland back on the 23rd of January. Asia Tony not scoring a lot, just 5 points per ball game, but over 6 rebounds a game and nearing 2.5 steals per game. A good defensive player for the Knights. Scott on the wing being hounded by Reagan Sandifer. Peyton Sandifer also into the game. So both Sandifers, Tony Balboa still out there, as is Koosters. And for Arlington, Derby remains out there. Campbell in with Scott, Rivera, and Pryor. Pryor at the free throw line got doubled up. Balboa almost took it away. It's deflected out to Rivera. Now Derby hesitates, drives, and scores. Demaya Derby, 8.9 points per ball game, 3.8 rebounds, 5.3 assists, and 26 steals so far on the season. 20-12 or 20-2 Arlington. Running and gunning, coming up short is Balboa, put back by Tony. So extra chance opportunities have been there for the Knights. That, however, is the first field goal of the game. Asia Tony for SWAU. Koosters now gets a steal. Knights on the season, 12.2 steals per ball game. We mentioned really good defense in January. They averaged 15.5 steals in 6 games. Also 14 assists in the month of January per game. And the 26.5 turnovers, the lowest of any month. The 55 roughly points per game, most of any month. They turn it over here though, and Arlington will get it back. Rivera hit her first off the bench, not that time from deep, and we have a reach on Pryor. Tony too strong. Out of the pack is Campbell with it. Campbell into the forecourt, and well before the bucket, we have a foul called. That ball is tipped. Valderrama with another steal. So the Knights Picking some pockets here in the first quarter. Got to get something on this end, though. Trailing by 16. Pass too high for Reagan Sandifer, and it's another turnover for Southwestern Adventist. Some more subs for former player, now interim head coach Sky Roach. Haley Heron back into the game. Pryor stays out there. Aspen Huseman, excuse me. Another steal for the Knights. Here's Balboa, and she scores. Knights defense has settled down. Can they find some consistency on the offensive end here? Runner no good by Pryor. Another one and done as well for Arlington. So good job on the glass. Getting in the passing lanes for the Knights. Down low, Peyton Sandifer off the glass and in. Peyton shooting 54% this season. She is by far the leading field goal shooter on the Knights here in 2022-23. Another foul called on the Knights. Excuse me if the commentary is lacking. We're working on playing around with a few things in these last two double headers that we have, and one of the things I'm trying to figure out is how to get the live stats up. The Knights use the USCAA stats reporting. And the last USCAA school I worked with, I was able to get live stats, and I'm trying to figure it out right now while the game is going on. And clearly it's not going well, but we are trying. So just playing around here in the last two double headers to see if we can't get live stats. So if it sounds like I've gone to sleep for a moment, trust me, I haven't. It's Chloe Samaniego into the game for three, no good. Arlington inside a minute. I can't tell you the exact time. Campbell back out there. Passes left wing. Here is Huseman for three. So Aspen comes in, hits a couple free throws. 5 quick points after that triple, matching her season average. Running and gunning Balboa. Too strong by Peyton, though. And here comes Arlington. And that three is no good. Offensive rebound by Huseman. Out to Heron, and it's taken away by Balboa. Valderrama going to be called for the offensive foul. Credit Lexi Campbell, was that taking the charge? I believe so. So Campbell takes the charge, and the shot clock is off if Arlington wants to hold it. I don't know if they're capable of playing that slow to run the whole clock down, but we'll find out together here. Last shot time if the Patriots want it. Huseman, pass deflected. Samaniego the steal. Knights have a few seconds to work with. Balboa from half court, no good. And Arlington dominates the first 10 minutes. They lead at 25-8. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a little bit. On to the second quarter. It'll be Knights basketball. As you see, just one more doubleheader for you coming up on the 16th next week against Randall. And then I'll be with you as well for that rescheduled game on the 18th at Champion over on the Tigers YouTube channel. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. Corner 3 by Heron, who hit her first 2 in the first quarter. Knights have played well at times defensively. They had, I want to say, 5 or 6 steals in that opening quarter, but the Patriots are not missing right now. The third best shooting team at 40% and the fifth best three-point shooting team at 30%. Those numbers are way above that here after one quarter, with Arlington leading at 25-8. Back in is Johnson, can't get the runner. Valderrama another rebound. So Knights, like I said, they've had some stops, but offensively they have not been able to take care of the basketball and score with consistency, as you see Demaya Derby pick up another steal. So Derby's second bucket, she's got 4, and we got a whistle on a deflection, so the Knights will inbound it again here in the opening minute of quarter number 2. First of a doubleheader. We'll have the guys' game after this one. Balboa dribbled. There's 2 things you don't want to do: dribbling through a double team and dribbling right to the corner. And she did them both there. Fortunately, I believe it was deflected off Arlington, so the Knights are going to get to inbound it again. But a dangerous play there. Another deflection. So Derby is finding the basketball here on these inbounds. And the Knights are slowly working it into the front court here. Valderrama to Salmoniego, 3-on-2, down to Sandifer, too strong off the glass, but she was fouled. So Peyton goes to the line, 1 field goal today for Peyton, averaging 5.4 points per ball game and 3.4 rebounds. One of several freshmen on this team, Asia Toney and Hannah Koosters, are wrapping up their collegiate experiences. But everybody else is a freshman or sophomore, except for Eunice Balboa, who's a junior. Sandifer missed them both. Rebound bounces out to Bradford. Here comes Arlington. Throwing it off the glass is Heaven Scott. And that pass is thrown away. Johnson glides into the backcourt for an easy steal. Knights sloppy against the full court press of Arlington. Johnson attacks the extra pass. Bradford had it swatted away. Reagan Sandifer to Peyton. Now Balboa to Valderrama in the forecourt. Smart by the Knights now set up the offense. Chloe over to Reagan. Entry pass deflected out by Bradford. SWAU will have 10 on the shot clock. Chloe Samaniego turns it over. Arlington's got a 4-on-1. Here's Derby. Demaya Derby up to 6 points here tonight. Arlington averaging 15.4 assists per game. That's third best in Division II, but that's low by their standards. Derby 5.3, and Heaven Scott averages 3.5. So more than half of the assists by those two players, as you see Derby try to pick up an assist here, but Scott can't get the triple try. 31-8, Arlington in full control here tonight. Samaniego throws it up, grazes the rim, diving for it, Johnson. Patriots looking to push. They got a 2-on-1. It's Scott, can't get it to go. Underneath, put back by Bradford, no, but her second effort is good. So Jacayla Bradford is up to 7 points here tonight. That's going to be a reach. Tony got fouled on the steal attempt there for Jacayla Bradford. Bradford averages, she leads the team in scoring at 14.9. For a team that averages 72.6, just 2 players in double figures, that tells you the balance with this Arlington team. Derby averages about 9 points. So does Heaven Scott. And then you've got Johnson at just over 7 a game. Pryor, Huseman, and Campbell off the bench all average in the 5 to 6 point range. And I think we're going to get a timeout here for Arlington. Oh, correction, just a sub. So it's Pryor back into the game. Scoreless first quarter for Alyssa Pryor off the bench. Balboa has the mismatch. Her step back bank shot no good. Derby's got the rebound. Derby has Scott ahead, gets it to her, and Scott scores. Evan Scott's second field goal. She has 4 points. And Arlington continuing to roll here. I've got 35 to 8 on my score. Another turnover. Derby out on the run. Derby lays it up and in, and the Patriots are just decimating the Knights here tonight. 37 to 8. It's Arlington. We'll be back after this timeout. Sorry about that, folks. We're back to live action, and the bucket is good for Asia Toney. A much-needed bucket for the Knights. Toney's up to 5 points. Derby trying to answer. Valderrama the rebound off the miss. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here tonight. First of 2 between Arlington and Southwestern and Venice. We'll have the guys' game later on. Samaniego driving in, looking for Toney, and credit Heaven Scott there. She read that like a hawk. Her eyes never left Chloe. She knew exactly what Chloe was going to do before even Chloe knew it. In the corner, here's Heron for 3. Ball's going to be out of bounds off Johnson. It'll go back to the Knights. Mentioned the steals in the first quarter. Asia Toney, she had 6 against Richland. She's got 13 steals in her last 3 games, averaging 2.5, like I said in the first quarter. Eunice lost her dribble and then got tied up. Possession arrow will give the ball back to Arlington. Pryor out to Heron. Right wing 3 is good. She hit one in the first quarter right from that exact same spot. All of her points from downtown. Haley Heron's got 9 on 3 triples. Quick shot and a quick miss. Here's Derby. And Pryor scores. Derby well on her way to a double-double already here in this opening half. Daria Lowry back into the game. Lowry, and she gets tied up. This time possession arrow will favor the Knights. So Lowry, Tony, Dixon, Balboa, and Valderrama, the starting 5 for the Knights, back on the court together. Daria Lowry with the basketball out deep, takes it top of the key, loses it as it was stripped by Campbell, who's going to get a bucket in transition. Lexi Campbell scores her first 2. Lowry gets cut off, top of the key to Valderrama. Can't get it to go. Campbell the rebound. Derby, this is a machine right now as Heron picks up the assist. Pryor lays it up and in. And the Patriots, remember that? Did you play basketball? If you played basketball, one of the first things you learn, like in 5th grade basketball, is that figure 8. And that's all Arlington's been doing tonight. Stop figure 8, stop figure 8, stop figure 8. Especially here in this second quarter. They were forcing a few too many passes in the opening quarter, which credit the Knights. They had several steals in that game, but different story here in the second quarter. Arlington has clamped down even further. The lead is 46-10. Scott to Rivera for 3. Campbell will attack. Second chance opportunity is good for the Patriots. And Lexi Campbell's got her second bucket. Valderrama trying to break the press, and it's taken away again. Pryor gets it to, who was that? It was Stewart. So Stewart into the game for the first time scores right off the bench. Knights are throwing a basketball all over the court. Pryor with the steal, and another layup. This is getting very out of hand. 52-10, Arlington. Knights got to slow the game down again. Peyton Sandifer back in down low, too strong off the glass. Rebound by Dixon. Tony, Sandifer, and there you go. Get to the free throw line. Peyton Sandifer is fouled. So Sandifer, a field goal, missed her first 2 free throws here today. And is 0 for 3. Also in for the first time, that's Bessie Alvarado missing her first shot, but an extra chance opportunity again for the Patriots. So the bench, Stewart, Scott, Alvarado, Rivera, all out there with Campbell. Shot clock at 2, and Patriots going to turn it over here. Huseman has another steal for Arlington. Alvarado, Stewart, and Huseman for 3. No good. Peyton Sandifer the rebound, throws it too high for Maritza Ortiz, who's in for the first time, and it leads to a Rivera triple. So Rivera's got 6. Asia Tony loses it. Oh boy, we got 21 more minutes of this at least, folks. Buckle up. Campbell stepping inside Stewart, the mid-range, no good. Peyton Sanda for the rebound. This time Ortiz to Balboa. So Maritza Ortiz out there for the first time. Asia Tony's got 5 of the 10 for the Knights. And we got a turnover on the Knights. Might have been away from the ball there. Campbell top of the key. What a dime by Campbell. Boy, you see the big getting it to Alvarado. So everybody on Arlington's roster has scored. We have another steal and a foul. So Asia Tony commits the foul. Hannah Koosters will come into the game. Huseman gets around the defense. The ball fake. Bucket no good. Shot clock is off here for Southwestern Adventist. They turn it over again. Off the glass and in for Huseman, who's up to 7 points. Last shot time with the Knights if they can get it into the front court. Koosters on the right wing. Balboa. Got to go. Valderrama hoists at the buzzer, and it's no good, and a forgettable 20 minutes comes to a close for SWAU. Arlington 59-10 over the Knights. We'll be back after this halftime break. Welcome back, everybody. On to the third quarter we go. Arlington leads it 59-10, season low for points in the first half for Southwestern and Venice with the 10 spot. Leading scorers for SWAU, Asia Tony with 5, and then 2 apiece for Balboa and Peyton Sandifer, and Hannah Koosters with 1. Meanwhile, for Arlington, everybody has scored. And I'll try to give you this. Let's see, who's leading? Haley Heron has 9, 8 for Demaya Derby, 7 points apiece for Aspen Huseman, Jacayla Bradford, 6 for Rivera, 6 for Alyssa Pryor. Lexi Campbell's got 4, so does Jalen Johnson and Heaven Scott. 2 for Alvarado. I think I got everybody. Nope, 2 for Stewart as well. I'm pretty sure that's everybody now. So a lot of scoring for the Patriots in that first half, and they held the Knights to just a couple of points in that second quarter. So Lady Knights next 2 on the road. They'll play Arlington again next Tuesday, a week from today. And between now and then, this Thursday, they're at Dallas at 7:30. 5:30, excuse me. Bucket in the foul in transition for Scott, who's up to 6 points here tonight. 64% free throw shooter will go to the line. Arlington next up is a 3-game homestand. It will start this Friday against North American, and then, of course, next Tuesday they'll rematch, as I said, against Southwestern Adventist. This game was supposed to take place a week ago, and then you all got some ice down there. I hope everybody's okay, and hopefully everybody had their power, or at least a bunch of heavy blankets if you did lose power. Eunice Balboa doing a lot of dribble work right now. Got cut off. Down to Sandifer. Sandifer gets it to go. Her second field goal. And the first field goal in forever for Southwestern Adventist. Answering right back is Jayla Johnson, who's got 6 points. Reagan Sandifer, Peyton Sandifer, Dixon, Valderrama, and Balboa. Different starting lineup to start this second half for the Knights. Asia Tony in some foul trouble. Got another whistle. Let's not get whistle happy in a 64-12 game, please. Let's keep this baby moving. They call a technical foul on somebody. Come on. That is salt in the wounds. It's 64-12. Let it go. Man. Haley Heron at the line. Ball don't lie. 83% free throw shooter. Best free throw shooter on the team. Got them both. Calling a technical foul. It's 64-12. Here's Scott down to Johnson. The turnaround is good. Jayla Johnson, 42% shooter on the season, is up to, if I can read my own handwriting, she's got either 8 or 9 points. I can't tell if I marked 2 or 1 there. Back in transition. She's going to be, we're going to call it double figures now with 10, and I'll check on it at the next time out and make sure. Chloe Samaniego back into the game. Dixon down low, Peyton Sandifer again. She just posts up. She's ready. She gets on the block. All you got to do is give it to her, and she'll get it. Unfortunately, there's no transition defense right now, and Jacayla Bradford scores an easy 2 as Arlington punches back quickly. Sandifer again. Throws it out off the miss to Balboa. Extra chance opportunity, and Samaniego briefly left the court, so SWAU's got to call timeout. We'll step aside as well. Just underway here in the second half. Arlington in control here tonight. Welcome back, everybody. Southwestern Adventist basketball. Chris Schiemann here with you. Just inside 7 minutes to go, and the horn went off there, but the players playing through it. So, quarter number 3, Arlington with the big advantage. Led it by 17 after the first quarter. Steal and transition free throws upcoming for Jakayla Bradford. So I did the math, and Jayla Johnson, we were trying to figure out, because I couldn't read my own handwriting, if Jayla was in double figures. She is not. She has 9 points. So one player is in double figures for Arlington, and that is Haley Heron, who has 11 points. Dixon Balboa, now Valderrama. She'll pop from 3 and hit. First field goal for Sarah. 11.9 points per ball game, 8.6 rebounds, 5 double-doubles this year for Valderrama. Bradford the runner. Reagan Sandifer with the rebound. Maritza Ortiz has come into the game, so Ortiz, Reagan Sandifer, Dixon still out there, Balboa, and Valderrama. That ball deflected, and it comes to Derby. 3-on-2, what a pass. Demaya Derby gets it to April Huseman, who's got 9 points. Demaya Derby has 8 points. I'm pretty sure she's in double figures in assists. We weren't able to figure out the live stat thing that we were working on in the first quarter, but I can almost assure you that Demaya Derby's got at least 10 assists already. Might be more. Might be way more. Derby Stewart into the game. Huseman throws cross court to Derby. Cutter is Campbell. Also out there is Karina Rivera. So that's the 5 for Arlington. Past the midway point here in quarter number 3. Valderrama, Sandifer blocked but fouled by Derby. So Reagan Sandifer at the line. Came in the second semester along with Hannah Koosters. Reagan 50% at the free throw line, gets her first point of the night. And 1 out of 2. Rebound by Campbell. Campbell pushes Pryor into the game. Huseman, Stewart. Here's Rivera for 3. Karina Rivera has 9. So you've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with 8 or 9 points. So far, though, Haley Heron is still the only player in double figures for Arlington. Everybody has scored so far in the game. The entire Patriots roster has gone into the books here tonight. Coming off that big win against Randall, 93-42. These two teams, the Patriots and Saints and Randall, have been rivals for so long, competing for the not only region but national championships in the ACCA and in the NCAA tournaments every year. Of course, Randall's in a bit of a rebuild. We're going to talk a little bit about that when we see Randall here on the 16th. But I got a feeling the Saints will be back quickly. They've got a real good coach who had to make some business decisions last year. Sarah Valderrama, the turnaround is short. Clements into the game for the first time. Her put back no good. So Madison Clements out there for the first time. Set the 5 for you here after Pryor scores. So Pryor now the 6th player closing in on double figures for the Patriots. She's got 8. So Chloe Salmoniega, Maritza Ortiz, Hannah Koosters, Sarah Valderrama, and Madison Clements for SWAU. And this is a lineup that has not played a lot, so you might see more plays like that where the team not in sync. Knights have doubled their win total from a season ago. Still some work to do, though. Interim coach Sky Roach has gone into her bench, so Karina Rivera is out there. Lelia Stewart out there. Huseman is in. Rivera, did I say Rivera already? Pryor, and I think I got everybody. I hope. Stewart, pass trickles out to Rivera. Thought about the 3, instead up top to Stewart. Here's Huseman for 3, no good. Clements has the rebound for SWAU. So we'll be with you one more time next Thursday. Next 2 on the road for the Knights. Valderrama back-to-back 3s. She pull something there? Sarah Valderrama walking a little awkwardly, kind of grabbed at her left leg after taking that jumper. So she's got back-to-back triples. Sarah Valderrama 6 points, all in this third quarter. Rivera for 3, yes. Karina Rivera averages 2.9 points per ball game. She's now the team's leader with 12 points. The 2nd player in double figures, and before the night's done, I think we're going to have a bunch of players for Arlington in double figures. They've got 82 on the board. Heat check for Valderrama, no good. And it bounces to Huseman. Chased it down. Throw ahead to Pryor, going to be too long, and that'll be an Arlington turnover. Patriots had a slowish start to the year by their standards, certainly at 9-6. We're not used to seeing the Patriots anywhere close to the 500 mark, but keep in mind they play a lot of scholarship teams, a lot of NAIAs like the Knights do. Nice cut by Clements. Valderrama with a beautiful pass, but it blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knights. Salmoniego for 3. Too strong. And Patriots will get it back. This is a Patriots team that won the Southwest region every single year except for last year as Stewart buries her first triple, second field goal for Stewart. She's got 5 points. Champion dethroned them a couple of years ago. That's going to go off Arlington, so it'll stay with the Knights here. A steal off the inbound. Nice deflection by Pryor, who throws it ahead. The layup no good. Pryor there missed it short. Pryor missed it again, and Ortiz cleans up. Throw ahead by Ortiz is deflected, but Chloe is there, and then she gets fouled. Valderrama lost it. 3-on-2, 4-on-2, excuse me. The three-pointer is no good by Huseman, and Clements chases the rebound down. Throw ahead to Samaniego. The scoop is good by Chloe. First field goal for her. Top of the key, Stewart. She'll attack, rejected by Valderrama. Hannah Kooster's back into the game, walks it up. Samaniego, Valderrama right back to her. Kooster's attacks, and she's fouled at the buzzer, so quarter not over. Hannah Koosters will go to the line to wrap up quarter number 3. Hannah 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe so far tonight. And 1 out of 2 to wrap up quarter number 3. 85-23, Arlington, 10 minutes away from their 10th victory of the year. We'll be back. Fourth quarter underway. Southwestern Adventist with the basketball. Chris Sheeman back here with you. First of a doubleheader. We'll have the guys' game for you. It's supposed to start at 7. Waiting for confirmation if this one wraps up early, if maybe that one will start early. But otherwise, as of now, 7 o'clock tip for that one. That shot no good by Balboa. And it wasn't, or it was blocked, so Knights will keep it. 7 to shoot for Southwestern Adventist. And Sandifer gets the whistle. So Peyton going back to the line. Peyton Sandifer with 6 points. Sarah Valderrama with 6, and Asia Tony with 5. And what has been an offensive struggle here tonight for the Knights. One out of two for Peyton, who's up to 7 points. Leading scorer for Southwestern Adventist. Stewart, this is a nice opportunity for Sky Roach to get a look at her second and third unit. Nice recovery there by Huseman, who gets fouled after the steal. Campbell back out there. Defender went for the steal, drives in, out to Huseman. And her little runner no good, follows her miss. Stewart thought about the three, drives in. Campbell cut off. Clock is your friend when it's 85-25, and the Patriots content to work it. Step back Campbell, no. Tip for the rebound, Peyton's got it. Valderrama ahead to Balboa. Lowry blocked, and it'll stay with the Knights with 18 on the shot clock. Clements, Balboa, Peyton Sandifer, Lowry, and Valderrama, the five right now. 3 on the shot clock. They got to get it off. Sandifer just does, and they bail her out with a foul. Very little has gone wrong for Arlington today. That's a bad defensive possession there. You don't want to bail a team out with 1 on the shot clock. But that is highly nitpicking, to say the least. Peyton Sandifer, now 8 points tonight to lead her team. Ball batted out. Alvarado throws it ahead. And Arlington losing it out of bounds. Bounce pass by Lowry, and then Sandifer got tied up. Jump ball possession arrow will give it to Arlington. Interested to see the Arlington men's team. They had a rough start to their year, called their game at Champion, which was a thriller. Then they came back and beat Champion recently on their home court. They've played well in Southwest Region play, so that men's game going to be a hard test for the Knights guys as well. Both teams looking for their first home victory this year. Knights ladies will have to wait and try it again in the home finale against Randall on the 16th. They beat Randall in Oklahoma earlier. Shot clock at 5 for Arlington. Here is Stewart for 3. Airballed it, and the Knights will get it back. Knights will wrap the regular season on the road. On the 18th, they'll be at Champion. I'll have that for you over on the Tigers YouTube channel. And then a JUCO at the end of February. So more free throws. Daria Lowry, 53% free throw shooter. Scoreless night for her so far. So on the 18th, it'll be the Knights and champion, and then that following Monday, February 20th, against Cedar Valley before the Region 10 tournament. So Lowry gets 1 out of 2, her first point of the night. I mentioned everybody has scored for the Patriots so far for the Knights. Dixon still scoreless. Clements, Ortiz, all 3 of those players scoreless. Everybody else is in the books. I don't know if Johnson was 100% ready for that pass. She got it, though. Ball swung over to Huseman for 3. Valderrama the rebound. Balboa attacks, looking down low for Sandifer, and that's deflected off Arlington. To the Patriots. Arlington, after this is over, will be 4-2 in Region 10 or Southwest Region play. Excuse me. Knights will fall to 1-6. Open look for Rivera, can't get it to go. Campbell with the hustle play. Arlington's ready to get on the bus. They are running clock in a way that's atypical. Strong move to the bucket there. That was Stewart. So Stewart's got 7. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players with at least 7 points in the game for Arlington. The roster's only 11 deep, so 9 out of the 11 players for Arlington have at least 7. Balboa for 3, no. Rebound by Campbell. They go down low to Alvarado, who was fouled by Valderrama. Free throws for Bessie Alvarado. 2 points tonight. 50-50 free throw shooter. Alvarado getting a little extra run in this decisive victory for Arlington. I think one of the Knights might have fouled out. So Alvarado has 4 points. Maritza Ortiz into the game now for Southwestern Adventist. Clement, Koosters, Ortiz, Sandifer, and Balboa, the 5 on the floor. Alvarado, Rivera, and Huseman in the backcourt. Up front, it's Stewart and Campbell for Arlington. Stewart in the corner. Top of the key to Campbell for 3. Yes. Lexi Campbell, now the 10th player with at least 7 for Arlington. 10 out of the 11 players. We talked about the balanced scoring for the Patriots. It has been on display here today. Campbell now with the steal. Campbell traveled with the basketball. Clements. Sandifer. Boy, Peyton's played well today. One of the lone bright spots. Peyton Sandifer in double figures. She's got 10. Turnaround Alvarado. So now, all 11 players for the Patriots have at least 6 points. There's still just 2 players in double figures. Rivera with 12 and Heron with 11. Heron hasn't played since early on in the third quarter. Ball poked away, and I think they're going to get Madison on a foul here. We, ladies and gentlemen, need to talk about getting a running clock in basketball. When it's 94-29, I know our clock is always going, but, or not going, depending. But come on. You ever sat on the bench, as somebody who has been on plenty of these 29-point sides of these games, sitting on the bench, it feels like an eternity before that game is over because you just want to put this out of the way. You know, you want to get this as far out of your mind as possible. I've only seen the running clock, I think, one time. All the games that I've done. Campbell top of the key again for 3, no good. Another second chance opportunity here for Arlington. Even Arlington's been running the clock by their standards. Huseman for 3, got it to go. Aspen is the third player in double figures, matches Rivera's 12 points for the team's lead. And Arlington is 3 away from triple digits. Clements, Koosters, Balboa, 6 to shoot for the Knights. Ortiz with 2, they got to get it off. I don't think they're aware, and it's a shot clock violation. Alvarado passes too high. So Knights will get it back. So the Knights have 5 more games, just one of those at home, next Thursday against Randall. That'll be a 5 p.m. start, I believe. The next game at Dallas Christian will be at 5:30 on Thursday. Layup is good in transition for Stewart, who now has 9 points. Everybody on Arlington has at least 6 points. 3 players in double figures for the Patriots, who lead by 70. Clements, Balboa. Balboa looking for Ortiz. I believe it was, oh no, I thought Alvarado got a hand on it, but they say no. So Patriots will get it back. Again, well, this one's not ending as quickly as I thought, so we should be probably right about that 7 o'clock start time for the men's game. Alvarado drives and scores. Tough bucket over 2 defenders. Alvarado with 8. Now, everybody on the team has at least 7 points or more. All 11 Patriots as they go over the century mark. Koosters to Ortiz. It's intercepted by Rivera, 3-on-2. Huseman down to Stewart, bucket in the foul. Stewart becomes the fourth player in double figures with 11. So a lot of the players deep into the bench for Sky Roach's team are making the most out of their opportunities here in this second half, as Sky's pretty much been riding with her second unit. 3-point play is complete. So Stewart with 12, Rivera with 12, and Huseman with 12. The other player in double figures is Haley Heron, who has 11. Ortiz in the corner. Cross court to Balboa for 3. Too strong, and it'll go out of the bounds back to Arlington, and the shot clock is off. So the Knights will fall to 4-13, 0-12 at home, and 1-5 and 1-6 in Southwest Region play, falling to Arlington today. Arlington goes to 10-6 and 4-2, winning today 104-29. We'll be with you again on the 16th. Our final women's broadcast will be at 5 p.m. as the Knights take on Randall. Meanwhile, stick around. Our second of a doubleheader coming up. 7-ish, I would say. The men's game will tip off, so come on back or stay with us here on YouTube and load up the men's game, and we'll be live just a couple minutes before the tip. Thank you.